Hey, welcome to Quick Looks at the Casual Hour, where I will be taking Chase Kennedy back into the ring of fights in tight spaces for an exclusive look at the new DLC Weapon of Choice. My name is Bobby. Chase, how are you doing?
I'm good. Do you think they added Christopher Walken to this DLC? Is that what this is about?
That actually references not only a great song by Fatboy Slim, but they talk. That's basically, that song's about Dune. If you go back, listen to that song, read the lyrics. It's about Dune. That's all I'll say.
Wait, DOOM or DUNE?
DUNE, Dune.
Okay.
Dune.
If I have just watched the one movie and not, well, actually, that's not true. I've watched.
You'll be good.
Both.
You'll be good.
I've watched both of the movies.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
The old one and the new one. Okay, cool. I'll go back and read those lyrics. Anyway, fights in tight spaces. Bobby, I hear this game is good.
Chase, this is the Casual Hours 2021 Game of the Year. One of my favorite games I've ever played.
This game fucking rules.
There's just so much I can say about it. If you found this video first on our page, go back. We've got exclusive interviews with James, the head of Shatter, who makes this wonderful game. We've got a whole series called Monday Nights Are Alright for Fighting in Tight Spaces. You can watch us play through the game. And if you're watching this quick look, we're going to be actually streaming a little bit more coverage of the DLC. Chase, what else can you say about the game that... Oh, more coming soon. All right. Hello.
All right. Love to see more. I mean, I can tell you that this DLC came out on September 29th. And it adds a few things. I know there's like a female agent that it adds. It might
have been the 28th now that I think about it. I'm sorry.
Okay, 28th, 29th, yeah. One of the two. It adds a female agent. It adds like a gun deck or like gun cards anyway.
Gun food.
Okay. For those not in the know, this is a roguelike deck builder. And it's really fucking good.
Yes.
those are basically the two things you need to know. Bobby already mentioned that Shatter is the one who puts this together. This DLC, I think, is out only on PC right now, but the game is out on other platforms as well, Switch and Xbox for sure. And I have to imagine this extra content will come to those consoles as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, you either select a deck from a list, or you can draft a deck of cards, and then you go through different fights in relatively tight spaces.
Yes.
And you do some kind of turn-based combat using those cards to defeat enemies and to get through to the next and more importantly, dodge enemy attacks.
Yeah.
So we've balanced in Counter-Strike where you can see us play those kinds of decks on the previous stuff that we've done with fights in tight spaces, like Bobby said. But this time we're going to try out Gunslinger, which is new to this Weapon of Choice DLC pack. So you can, as Bobby's doing here, like look through these cards and see what they do. But I think, Bobby, you'll agree it's probably better to just show off the game, and we'll get to it as we come to it.
We're going to head in here. So the game's starting off. Your boss has been shot, and they basically say, like, hey, take the gun. You're going to need it, even though you don't like guns. This game it pulls from some really memorable sequences, whether it be a hallway or it feels very action film oriented. And James has even talked about, like, some inspirations from that. And I think that they even talk about in some of the marketing for this DLC, like, inspiration from John Wick. And I think that's pretty apparent whenever you get in here and see what we're doing with it. I played a little bit. I haven't played through a ton of it because I wanted to kind of savor that with you on our stream. But one of the things I'll call out here is they start to add in some new enemy types, and not quite like a named enemy, but there's a little bit more conversation that they've built into the story this time around.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we've got all this happening here where they're talking through it. And you can move the environment around if this is your first time seeing fights in tight spaces, and you can play up to 3 cards, potentially based off of whatever their values are. Top is going to be the attack, at the middle is going to be the range, and the last is going to be the action. I'm sorry, the combo that you get from that. So Chase, we've got this environment where we've got some people hanging out with us, and there's going to be some familiar cards that you're very, very in the know of.
I think the last is damage. Like the top
sorry.
is how much it costs to play the card, and the bottom is damage. Or in the case of a non-damaging card, it'll have some other kind of thing there.
Yes. This new Cutthroat, deceptively fast with a dangerous looking blade. Other enemies do extra damage while active. The dagger deals 10 damage and 2 bleeding if the target has no block. So we definitely don't want to get hit. We're looking like we're going to get hit at least by Cutthroat. So I'm going to move and slip over here.
Okay. So yeah, it's kind of into the breach style rules where you know what the enemy is going to do on their next turn, and it's up to you to manipulate that or avoid, in this case, what they're going to do so you don't get hit and potentially doing damage to other things, or the best, having them manipulating them in such a way that they do damage to themselves.
And what we've got going on here, Chase, so the whole gunslinger deck is really melee focused until you draw your weapon. And so you have this draw card that it'll end your combo whenever you equip your gun, and you're going to move to a pistol stance. So right now we don't have our gun out. I don't have a lot of moves that I can use outside of it, but I have this one called Quick Draw, which is going to take out my gun and do damage right away. So if I click on that and I go to this here, we're going to immediately move into our gun stance. And now I've done a shot on him. I can also do another shot here. So we've done 16 damage on 2, and he's now down to 16 health. The only other thing I could do is shove him, which is not going to do us a whole lot, but I can move him further out of the way just to have him in a better spot here to potentially give us a little bit more cushion.
Looks like he's going to take some damage from one guy.
Oh, I forgot this guy does too. So there we go.
Yeah.
You're going to see that in action here. So we're going to just call that an end turn. Boom. He gets hit now for 13. So he's down to 3. And this guy is going to do a push attack, which we don't want either. So I've got, let's see, counter shot, which is always good. I've got a vault move. I can do a gunshot. I can't roll throw him. So what I might do is just step back and let the fun begin. I'd really like to do a little bit more damage if I could, but we'll just kill this guy right now. So we're going to draw out so we can use this gunshot now. And oh, I need to do quick shot because the gut shot is going to be really close by. It's an awesome move.
Okay.
So he's gone.
Yep.
And that's all we can do.
Yep. You don't have any more movement cards, so no worries there.
All right. So we're in damage from 2 locations here. I can push him away. I got a quick block, quick draw. What's he hitting for? Deals 5 damage and push, so we take 6. I can leave that one. And let's do that. So I'm going to quick block. I'm going to push him away, so that's going to save us from getting attacked by him. And then I should have quick striked him. Oh well. We'll quick draw and shoot this guy. And then I can vault out of his way if I wanted to, but I think I can take it with the damage we've got.
Okay. And that one did more damage because it also said your quick draw, because it also said it gave you like 2 extra damage per combo you had, and you're as you can see on the left side of the screen, if you're watching that yellow symbol, that is what your combo is up to. So his combo is up to 3, so he got 6 extra damage plus the 6 damage that the thing already did. So that's why that was 12.
And I decided just to go ahead and take him out without even getting hit there. So
yeah,
that all worked out.
I mean, if you
well.
don't have to take a hit, don't take a hit.
Totally. So I've got a combo finisher that I can use right now, which I might as well.
Yeah, that should did a lot of damage.
And I can draw. We usually get a card from that. There we go. We got a quick shot. That'll take care of him. I'm going to shift up to here. And I don't know if I can shove him the way I wanted to. Never mind.
You could slip behind him,
Yep.
and then you could shove him, because shove is a lateral move instead. Like pushing is pushing them away from you, but a shove, yeah, there you go.
Get a little 4 on him. We'll end that turn.
Little environmental damage there.
He's got 16 left. Let's see here. That's counter shot.
How much damage does he do? 6, right?
He does 6. I'd like to
What
do...
if you do the...
What's that?
Well, what if you do the counter shot? Because I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
So you're already going to have 8 block with that, and then if he tries to attack you now,
boom,
it takes away from your block, and your block goes away at the end of a turn, but you didn't need it there, and so you're able to do some damage to him.
I'm going to show you the gut
without
shot.
taking any.
We'll end it on that.
Yeah,
That's a good one to end
please. Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
Yep.
So before you go, yeah, there you go. I would like to see the replay. This is also one of the coolest things about this game is that it takes this turn-based combat and, you know, it's still obviously turn-based, but it does kind of play it in a little video for you. And I think that looks really cool.
Looks so
I do like, they did add the extra camera angles to give it a more cinematic feel. This game has gotten a lot of updates over the time that it's been out, and they just keep adding cool stuff to it. It's a really cool thing. In fact, you mentioned John Wick as like an inspiration for this, and there have even been John Wick games, like one of which that it seems like it's not exactly aping the style of this, but it does have. It's a turn-based game where John Wick's going around and can do different things, and then at the end they play the replay again. I was like, damn, you guys really like Fights and Time Spaces, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like a full circle thing at that point.
I'll play just a little bit of this one here because there's one I wanted to show you because a lot of this game is about repositioning, as you called out some of the Into the Breach references there. There's this one here called Stagger Shot. And it's basically a bullet with push, which is really helpful because then you can push like this here. Basically, I can push somebody being 10 spaces away from them, which is really helpful.
Does it push or does it just stop them from attacking?
It does. It fires a shot.
Oh, it does say push. Yeah, you're right.
So Stagger Shot will push them back. Yeah. So I want to do a few things here. I think. What do you want to see?
Do you know? Well. So just seeing here, I'm trying to think of how you get away because right now you don't have any real cars that get away. Are you going to be able to vault over that motorcycle?
You can't vault over that, but I can use. So I have a theory on how to get away from this. Okay. You need 3 to do it. So I'm going to roll attack here to get him out of the way. Now he's down.
He's down.
And then I'm going to vault to my side here. And then I'm going to draw with the hopes that I can use my quick shot, which I can, and do 8 there. And now we've used everything. So then they should all move. He gets up. He'll probably step over, I would imagine. Oh, he's going to get shot even better.
Well, he's only going to get shot if you get in the way of the bullet path.
Yes, which that is my plan. Because I want to... Because he's... What's his health at? He's at 13. He's going to do 10, I think. Yep. So I've got this quick
Well, and you
strike.
also have to check the order of these attacks too. Like, is he going to attack you before the other guy does? Yeah. So he would attack you at this point. So
I got
you
a
could
counter
push him.
shot. I'll do that.
Okay, that works too.
So we're going to shift over.
Is your counter shot going to kill him? No. Your counter shot shouldn't kill him, and then the shot from the enemy should kill him. Yeah.
Or I can just push him. But I think
you can do that.
I think having the counter shot definitely kills this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I will end turn there. He gets shot. Oh,
I guess because you weren't directly in the bullet path.
Yeah.
We've as you'll see from the streams that we did, we're not even 100% sure how the bullet stuff works all the time, and we've played this game quite a bit.
I know.
Enemies have always had guns in the game, but this is the first time that your character is able to play with guns, and I think it's just cool that they're continuing to add new mechanics to this game and extra. So now he did shoot. We need to get James back on at some point and have him explain how the hell shooting works. What triggers enemies to shoot.
I know. Quick draw on him. Let me just go up here and front kick him back.
Yeah, there you go.
And then he still can hit us. I'm going to.
You can play the lady agent with any deck, right? It doesn't just have to be the gun one.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, that is true. We're going to slip backwards to avoid that, and I'll just wrap this up since we're going to be here.
Yeah.
Let's shift up and do a gut shot because I love that move so much. I upgraded that move and it ends up doing 24. It's
pretty good.
Very good. All right, we can't do much more there. We're gonna end that turn. All right, so he's gonna be doing 20 on us. I can do counter, so we'll take him down to 10. We can shove him over into the wall. So now we need to do 16. And if I holster, right?
Yeah, you draw a couple cards after that. So that you might get something else we can do because you still got 2 action points left. Okay, quick draw. That's another 12.
Okay, and then we're going to shoot him back because we've got counter on. So I'm just going to end the turn and we'll end him.
Okay, so he did end up with a little bit of damage on you, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll do one more replay and then we'll wrap up this quick look at the new weapons of choice DLC.
Yeah. And so you also, just normal fights and tight spaces stuff, if you complete different challenges within these different fights, you get bonuses, whether it's money, or sometimes you get like special skills.
God.
Yeah, it's real good. God, this game is so good.
I know.
It plays great on Switch too. If you want to play this on a console, works perfectly fine with the controller. PC is where we've played most of this game, and we've had a wonderful time. It's a really cool thing. So and then you also get a new card after every fight that you kind of get to draft.
So yeah, man, it's such a good game. I'm gonna go back to the main menu here.
Okay.
There's all kinds of stuff here that can help you get going. There's all kinds of difficulty levels. We didn't even do the rollback stuff there, which we could have.
And looking on the right side, hey, this did our job for us. So yes, it did come out on the 28th, and there is some other stuff in there as well. This endless mode, I don't know anything about that, but I mean, I have an idea of what it's about. But that sounds great. A brutal difficulty level, which does not sound like a thing I would like to play, because I find this game, it's relatively easy in the first handful of fights, and then man, it gets hard. Really difficult. We had a build one time where we were playing with the counter deck that was all about putting on tons and tons of block. Enemies just couldn't touch us for. It felt
that's my favorite.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Like, oh, we're just turtling up. Nobody can touch us. We're doing fantastically. And then we ran into some enemy that was able to had a knife or something that was able to do bleed damage on us that went through our block. And it's like, man, we had nothing we could do to this thing. And it's the game. The game is not necessarily punishing, but it does challenge you to think about things.
It'll remind you that you fucked up in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. We're big fans of it. Like we said, it was our 2021 game of the year, and they just keep adding cool stuff to it. And I love coming back to this game any chance we get.
Yeah, I agree. And again, we mentioned at the top of this, but we've got a lot of stuff you can watch on our YouTube channel. We've actually got a whole playlist of just fights and tight spaces here on our channel. Ground Shatter Games, great people. Please support the game. $10, right? PC, Chase?
I was looking it up right now.
I think it's $10 on PC. I'm pretty sure, and I think the game is $25. So I believe $35 gets you everything, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, depending on when you're listening to this, it might be it might be past right now, but the DLC is 10% off on Steam, so you can get it for $9 instead of $10. But that only lasts until October 5th.
Nice. We'll be back live with this on our upcoming Casual Monday streams, which you can tune into Mondays at 9 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/Casual Hour. You can also check out our thoughts via our podcast, Casual Hour, with our other co-host Johnny. We record that Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and we post those every Friday at 10 a.m. And then Friday nights, Johnny and I get together and play some games. This has been a quick look at the Weapon of Choice DLC for Fights and Tight Spaces, our 2021 Game of the Year. Go check it out. Fantastic game, handheld or on desktop. Chase, thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll see you live with us on a Monday night.